Good morning. Good morning or good afternoon. It is 12 o'clock and here in Ontario, Canada. So not sure where you're watching from. If you're watching live, please say hello. Please say where you're watching from. If you're catching us in the replay, please say replay. I would love to know. So September 3rd already. It's an exciting day, busy day today. Stampin'Up's website might be a little slower. Lots of you are placing your orders, so it might be a little slower, so be patient. There are 2 new kits that have been posted today. I said that I'm predicting that one of them, the Road to Christmas, is gonna sell out. It's a beautiful collection of the red truck that's perfect for the holiday season, and also has a cute golden retriever. So I said, like, this collection was made for our dog Riley. I'll have to transform these into like a scrapbook page or something like that. And then there's also for World Card Making Day another kit that you could get as well, and I've posted them here in my on my page, on my Facebook page, so you could watch them. But I would get them ASAP, and to register for the virtual event is free, so sign up. I put the links for those as well on this page. If you have trouble seeing it, please message me and I would love to know. So yeah, so that's what's going on. And Stampin' Up! World mini catalog is out, the holiday collection. I've placed my order for the product share, so if you join my product share, it is placed. I should get it very soon. And also online exclusive, lots of fun stuff. One of the collections I did feature, so you'll probably see that one as well. So I've posted a bunch of these mini cards, which we're going to talk about mini cards today. Well, this collection is available, so I've updated the link to my store, so you'll get to see that as well. So fun things. Also, if you're purchasing from me a $65 order this month, you are getting our Global Ink Collective Floral Charm Suite Collection, 12 tutorials. Very great, which is also part of the collection that I'm showing this week that will help you out as well. So if you're catching us in a replay, please say replay. I would love to know. So yesterday I showed you one card with alternates. Somebody, I think, asked me, hey, can I just redo your card? Absolutely, you may. So these are the cards that I featured. We've talked about doing this cute wreath. 2 options here. You get to see this one here as well as this one. I think this was my original on the left. I think I still prefer the original one. And then on the right is a more floral look where you get to see a pattern, a little bit more busy. I still think I prefer the left one. Anyways, up to you which one you want to reproduce. If ever, just tag me. I would love to know. Facebook is not letting me see comments today, so if ever you're watching, I might have to respond a little later. And it might cut out as well. It's a new thing happening with Facebook. A lot of people are switching over. Hello, Paul. I just saw that Paul is on. So Paul and I are here together today. So let's talk about mini cards, but not only mini cards. I want to talk about holders, a way of preserving, and I've been talking about this forever, and I never showed you, but if you attend my regular classes, you get to see how one of the fun ways that I like to put my mini cards together. So we're going to do that today. I am going to try to zoom in just slightly. I feel like I'm far from you, so just a little closer. Okay, so mini cards today. Well, the first thing you need, some people are asking me, what do you do to make your baby cards? I'm renowned for baby cards. I love to make them all the time. Today I'm using the designer series paper that is part of the Floral Charm collection, and I'm going with this beautiful mossy green. If I flip it over, here we go. This is the pattern that it has on the inside. So it's really typically a 6x3 piece of paper that I score at 3 inches. So this is what I've done already. And if you want to use just regular cardstock, you could do so. I just thought for today, I wanted to add a fourth card. So I'm going to show you the other three, but I wanted to show you a different option for this one. So give it a beautiful burnish right here. Okay, then I'm going with the same designer series paper as I used yesterday because I want everything to match. So this is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now look how beautiful and rich these two colors are together. Well, actually this pattern with the other one that has like a full on color. I'm gonna grab some dimensionals and we are gonna add 3 or 4. Haha, Paul, I got you. He says, I hadn't thought of using DSP as the card base. Absolutely, you could use DSP. And these are mini cards. If ever you want it a little more sturdy, you could always use like leftover pieces of cardstock. It could be retired cardstock, and you could also mount them. But this is pretty solid when I look at the thickness because I'm adding those 2 layers. Hello, Patty from California. I hope you're having a great day. So yes, do use your DSP as the card base. And if you stay longer with me, Paul, you'll get to see that I'm also going to use one part of the DSP that we're going to stamp on to add to our mini card holder as well. Now this piece is simply a piece of cardstock leftover designer series paper that is 2 1/4 by 2 inches. And the reason I left it at 2 1/4 is I'm going to rip this section right here. You're always ripped towards yourself and then flip upwards. So I didn't do a 2 by 2, I did it 2 1/4 by 2 just so I have that little space to rip away. If you want to show the design at the back, you can just rip a little higher, it's up to you. So this is just going to mount right here. I'm going to go more in the lower quadrant of my cardstock, and this is the nurse in me. En français, we say cadran. This morning, by the way, we wake up like super early, 5:30 in the morning, and I asked my husband, who went to school in English, who laughs at me when I use my English terms because I'm French. And then we were talking and I said, what is une cigale en anglais? Because I was saying that yesterday was super hot and we were hearing outside the cigale. Anyways, he left for work and I never got to know what the word meant because the translation, which I should do a translation, he didn't know what it was, which that's pretty funny that he doesn't know that part. I use a lot of the stylish shape dies. They are pretty amazing. I'm using number 3 today, which is this part right here. Hello, Linda from Minneapolis. I hope you are well today. And maybe stamping. I don't know if you've placed your pre-order. So I've already cut it. So this is the 3rd one. And we're just going to layer it a little higher like this. And the reason why I went with some square shapes with my stylish shapes dies is I feel I'm always pulling the circles. And the squares have been very lonely. So I decided to take these out a little bit. I'm going to go with petal pink. My color, actually, my color combo today, I didn't even share this, is a combination of Mossy Meadow, Early Espresso, and Petal Pink, which is beautiful together. Feels like a fall day. I read somewhere that it's not fall until we hit September 21st, so we're still into summer. But fall in Canada is great because the leaves change, you get the cool breeze, it's football season, there's lots of things that happen. Comfort food, apple picking, we have that as well. So it's lots of fun. So I did add this, and you know, I'm probably annoying by always tapping my specs, but I do like to add that extra specky look. So I am gonna do that today. Okay, so, because I like vintage. I'm an old soul. That's what I say to myself, like I'm an old soul. So I am taking from the Charming Day stamp set, which is this one. this image right here. And I did not want to put it in pink. I want to do it in pretty early espresso. So I'm just going to grab this here and I'm just stamping it. And I did that yesterday, and I might have explained that you'll have to be very delicate when you color, just because early espresso is, if it touches the alcohol, it will stain. Today I'm just going to do something a little different. I'm using my stamping blends. So this is the petal pink and this is the darker one. So I do want it to stand out. I'm going fully, but I'm avoiding touching early espresso. I just like the combination of these colors. So that is why I'm doing this today. Perfect. I'm not gonna, we'll see how it goes. By the way, water painters. Remember yesterday I was tapping with this, like a little mini paintbrush? Well, today, if you look in Stampin'Up World in the store, the water painters are back. So I don't know who sent a message to Stampin'Up, but the water painters are back. They come 3 or 4 in the pack. I can't remember. I think it's 3. You want to go jump on those. They're there. So I don't know. I have lots of them, so it doesn't really matter to me, but now here is light mossy meadow. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just going to go around my early espresso and color around. Perfect. Same thing here. Delicately just tapping with my, I could use Stampin' Blends all year long. What is your most used stamping blend? Let me know. I'm going to tell you what mine is. Old Olive. I have my original blends with Old Olive. Even if I do multiple classes and etc., it had to be ordered again. It's my most used. Second most used, Pool Party. I don't know, and you know what? I was like sorting some of my 12 by 12 double-sided cardstock, and I noticed that Stampin' Up! Uses a lot of Pool Party and Old Olive. So is that the reason why I have those 2 Stampin' Blends that I use more? Don't know. In the winter, sometimes I'll use Cherry Cobbler. So a little bit more of a pop-up look when you look at this part right here. Now, thank goodness we have a coordinating die, so we'll be able to do this right here. And we are also going to add some Mossy Meadow with our blending brush on the side right here. Now, using that little water brush, but now you know the water painters are available, so you know what? Go get them online while they last. The reason why I prefer sometimes Mossy Meadow over Old Olive is because the Mossy Meadow tends to have more of a green look when you pull the color out. As for when you're using Old Olive with water, it turns more of a yellow look. So that is why I tend to go with this color. And then I just added more specks with my stamping blend. So Patty's saying Old Olive and Crumb Cake seem to always be used. You know what? Crumb Cake used to be one of my favorites as well. So I should look at that one. I'm assuming, Patty, I'm like you. That's probably another color that I use tremendously. Okay, so now let's take out our cutter and last night we had kit night. We had so much fun. Everybody brings their paper pumpkins or their own kits, or they can also shop my kits, which is a great opportunity that I give my customers, my downline, so we could just all stamp together. Tonight we are having that, but it's my team, so we're going to be crafting because I have demonstrators from all over Canada, so we're just going to be taking out our favorite snacks, a little drink, and craft away virtually, so that should be fun. Kits are great when you don't want to think too much. So here's our little flower right here. And then I'm just going to use my pokey and then poke this little guy out, which is going to go right here. So we have this little branch and then this little flower right here. I'll bring it closer so you guys get to see it. Now I am gonna keep this little piece right here. These you save for later. Like, you know what? Like, save them for another time, just in case you need more branches and leaves. So let's grab this one, and I still have my early espresso out. I'm gonna do You Made My Day, so they coordinate all together. And I'm just gonna fussy cut as closely as I can because it's a baby card. If you know, I don't want to have too much of that greeting showing. So when Stampin' Up comes and pulls these cute little meaningful greetings, I like to use these tiny ones. You could also use the word hey, it would fit on there as well. Sorry, I just need to bring it a little closer for me. Okay, so now let's assemble. We have this one in the background. I'm just gonna grab a mini glue dot. Might grab a second one so I could lay right here. And now I'm going right here. So I actually, you know what? I'm gonna flip it the opposite side because I wanted to coordinate with all my others that are already made. So here we have this part, and then we're gonna add You Made My Day somewhere along the lines, maybe along right here. So let's grab half a glue dot, or a mini glue dot, dimensionals I should say. Let's grab this here and add right over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring it up close. You see the background in petal pink. This is just gonna lay a little higher, which is so cute. See, I should use the stylish shape dies a little more often. Those square ones I never use, and I just feel like they deserve the highlight. So let's go right here. So you see it's a little off-centered here. Now, remember this yesterday? So the petal pink braided trim I took apart yesterday. So if you're new today, I just took it apart, and then I'm just gonna grab one. And we're just gonna loop it around because there's that extra spacing there. So just gonna pull it. Gosh, my fingers are in the way today. Okay, and then we'll just tie a cute mini bow. You might wanna do longer than what I'm doing if you got sticky fingers, but it's still part of the same collection. It's petal pink. I'm avoiding to use that linen thread to make it a little bit different. Ooh, my goodness, I got it. And then I like to make my knot a little more solid like this. Oh, it's adorbs. Adorbs, adorbs. So now I've got this part. Even if it's a baby card, it needs all the love that it can get. So we are adding the coordinating embellishments. They're the charming shimmery face dots. And I'm just gonna go here and add some pinkies. So the petal pinks are coming right here. I could do 2, 3, whichever, it's up to you. I think I'm just gonna go with 2. Perfect, so we've got these. Look how adorable. Now, I know, I've been the oldest demonstrator, no, not the oldest, but an old demonstrator. It's been 19 years since I'm doing this. Do not slap me, but I get this question all the time. I have tons and tons of the basic white 3x3 envelopes. So when I do classes, I incorporate them in my class. If you are in Canada and are interested because they're no longer available, you could always message me and purchase a pack or 2. I don't mind spreading the wealth and sharing with you. So, too small, let's grab a bigger one. This is the Coordinating Designer Series paper, so I am gonna add some on my lid right here. Patty's saying that she really, really likes this suite. I do as well, Patty, and I'm gonna tell you why, is I think it's because we could use it all year long. And I've designed these cards, I think, in May, but they deserve the love this week. So I'm gonna be showing stuff all week long. So now I'm just gonna add my adhesive right here. Good morning, Joan. Joan from Washington State. And now I'm just, so this is a great way to use all your leftovers. And we have the coordinating card, but I do want it to stand out a little bit more. So let's see. We have, oh my gosh, it's stuck. It is stuck. This beautiful foliage here. I know I don't say it the proper way. Somebody said to me, oh my gosh, you're so cute when you say foliage, because that's not the way or the word we're supposed to say it. But that's my French in me, so that's how I say it. I always ask Chris, how do I say these words? And I forget how he told me I'm supposed to pronounce it. So Mossy Meadow. And I'll just grab a scrap piece right here. Because it's too blah and it coordinates the same, I'm just gonna stamp some of the branches right here. Perfect. So now at least it has a little pattern and it just goes perfectly here. So baby cards. What does Kim do with her baby cards? You'll want to grab a piece of cardstock. I think this one is 4 inches by 3. Yeah, that's what it was. 4 inches. So this is the leftover cardstock, 4 inches by 3, and I've scored at 1.5. Okay, so we're going to continue with the same pattern here. Add some images here. Stamp all different ways. So now we've got this pattern. Look, I feel like I want to add another one right here. Okay, so this is my piece. And then I like to use, you might find them on Amazon, but Stampin' Up! Had these way long time ago. They're 4 1/16, actually 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. So they're cute envelopes. And they came in a pack, and I saved everything that I've bought from Stampin' Up! So I'm just gonna grab our Mossy Meadow mini card, and I put the envelope as well. They have a stem like on this side. I'm just gonna flip that on the opposite side, and then I tuck them like this. So very fun. And then I've made, and you've probably seen it in on my blog yesterday. So I have the coordinating card and petal pink and combo, I guess, of Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, as well as peach pot. Is that it? So I have all of these, and I'm just going to add them together, including the one that we made today. And I'm going to tuck all of these little envelopes together. Now I'm going to grab this piece and then just lay it on top like this. You have the option if you can staple them together if you want. Oh, Joan is saying it's 85 degrees. I don't know if I have a stapler in here, but here we go. I do. And then they just flip like this. When I do want it to open properly, what I do is I just put my dog is Riley, a Riley clip or any other clip, and then I keep them like this, and then I could just remove it back and forth. But for today, we're gonna staple them together. And we're gonna tie that beautiful coordinating trim on the one side right here. I'm just gonna cut it since it coordinates. If you want, you can use your am I gonna say it, tear and tape to make it more like of a solid look. I'm just gonna go like this. I'm keeping this part for another thing, so I don't want to lose this. Okay, and then so now we have them all here. I did keep a little tiny circle from our Stylish Shapes, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of pink on the inside, just like we did. Now, I'm not crafting in my usual space. Normally I have my little punch that I could just punch out, but I don't have it here because I'm not in my regular space. But the same foliage we could just add here on top. I have to go down like lots of flights of stairs to go get it. So I'm not going to do that to you. So I'm just going to add it right here. Now let's fake that I'm punching. This is horrible. That I'm punching with the 1/8 circle trio punch that is back in stock, but I don't have it right now. So we're just gonna do this part. It's okay. It's okay not to be perfect. And then this is the leftover pieces, right, from our thingy. I'm gonna snip the end because it's a little too fluffy for me and it's gonna be hard to put in there. So let's try. Can I poke it in? I love making cute little packages, and I feel like this is a cute package that you could give to a hostess. But we are gonna tie this around right here. I'm gonna bring it back after, but I'm just tying my little bow, and it coordinates with the rest. And slide it right closer here. Oh my goodness, it's adorbs. So now I'm gonna grab my hay. Paul is saying great package, it's unique. It's unique because it's a great little gift, I think. I'm just gonna do early espresso one more time. And using my scraps, put my hay. I'm gonna fussy cut this part because I love to do it. If you don't like fussy cutting, go on that circle. Go on that Stylish Shape circle and just stamp directly on there, and then just put your branch a little on the side. So I do this very often with my minis, and I just find that it's so much fun to have them. Now I could incorporate them with my actual class, like my card class that it goes with, but when I don't have a card class, I'll show you what I do with this. So let's see up front. Okay, it's all about packages, right? So you guys have leftover paper. I suggest that you do these little packaging with them, and I know these are Stampin' Up 4 by 1/8 by 6 by 1/8, but I'm sure you could find them online. So then I have this clear box, and I load all my packages in here. So if I want to give a gift to someone, then I have this cute section. So we could do the same thing for the fall minis, where I would do the same thing, grab my little bags, and then layer them all here. So depending on the occasion, now I could grab all the little fall ones and tuck them in here, and then I have cute packages to go. So let's see, I'm gonna put it aside. It's kind of I have to put it on an angle, but this box, we have in Canada what's called Home Sense. I think it's Home Goods for You, I think. And there's like these cute trays that you could find that are clear. They also fit in my island, in my craft space, so I could just put them in there. But it's a great storage solution. So we could do the same thing here. Grab the fall, I don't think it's up here. But anyways, the fall collection, you get the point, and then just place them all in there in that little package. So it's a great storage solution, and last night we were talking on Kit Night how storage solutions are so much fun. So I just find that it's a great way that if I need a kit to go or I want to give it as a gift and it's already ready, who doesn't like baby cards? We all love baby cards, so it's a great way of packaging them. So I do have to do other things today, but I might do the same thing with this one and show you a sneak peek of what it looks like. So I will be posting on my blog. Sometimes I post a picture as well on here, but I just want you to give the Floral Charm Suite Collection a try, and you could do it in any of these colors. Like I shared, this is still available all month long, and we're going to continue this week with the collection. And that's it for today for me. 12:35, not too bad. Well, thank you for joining me, and hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm here. It's Thursday. Yeah, no issues. I will be here tomorrow, so we're going to have another project for tomorrow. Enjoy your day, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.